As hundreds of people queued in different polling stations across the Gambia to obtain their voters' cards, President Barrow joined the fray on Wednesday. His registration ahead of the December presidential election was done at the MacArthur Square in Banjul on a fifth-day process since the process began. Details of that in this report by Binta Jallo.
From early hours of the morning, voter registration centers across the country could be spotted registering people to affirm their eligibility to taking part in the December 4th presidential elections. This forthcoming election will avail Gambians to either choose a new leader or extend the mandate of the current President Barrow. The president, who secured his participation ticket, also called on Gambians to get their voters' card in order to be decision makers in the country.
If you are part of a society, you should be part of the decision-making body. If you are registered, you can make the decision. That means you will select people who will represent you. So we are calling on every Gambian, especially youths, especially first-time voters. Let them come out in their numbers and register. This population, the population of the Gambia, is about 60-65% youths. So we expect the number of youths registering to be very, very high.
The issuance of the voter's card is governed with strict regulations powered by the Independent Electoral Commission. Among the key eligibility criteria include proof of citizenship through the representation of one of the national documents, such as birth certificate, identity card, traveling passport, or attestation from the village alcalde. The Gambian leader used the opportunity to urge the public to follow due process in the acquisition of the voter's card.
And we will want IEC also to be very, very friendly, to be very, very accommodating, so that people will come without fear and register. And we advise also political parties or agents. There is a code of conduct that we expect from every political party. Nobody should intimidate anybody. We are all Gambians. We are all equal in this country. That's why everybody, you register once only and you vote once only.
The registration exercise followed the award of $3 million contract for the supply of election materials by the Gambian Public Procurement Authority in February. As registration goes on, complaints of long queues have been echoed by many people since the beginning of the process. These, according to some, is caused by what appears to be mechanical failures with some of the systems used for the production of the cards. The chairman of the Independent Electoral Commission explained some of the challenges on the lack of certain facilities.
Very, very few, because these machines, they have been overused, because normally you should register about 120 maximum, but they go up to 200. So it hits up, and auxiliary generators also have some connection with that.
The last time citizens raced to the polls during the presidential elections was in 2016, one of the most celebrated in the history of the country. Yahya Jammeh, who ruled the country for 22 years, suffered a surprise defeat by Barrow in the country's presidential elections. For iAfrican News, Binta Jallo.